Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Orologi Calamai G-50 watches. This is the G-50 three-hand and the G-50 Chronograph. This is a new watch brand started by an Italian guy named Manfredi Calamai, and he wanted to sort of make a watch that was based upon his love of aviation, and one of sort of the claims to fame, so to say, of these watches is that there is some metal from the turbine of a plane, a military plane that I can discuss more in the written review, that's melted into the steel of the case. And you know, we see things like this from time to time, which is interesting. So the two models again are the three-hand and the aviation, sort of the chronograph, both highly sort of aviation styled. In short, I want to say that these aren't bad watches. They're nice. I do think that they're potentially a little bit on the pricey side for what you get in a lot of the competition out there, and that's just sort of a reality there. But I think maybe for the right person, this would be you know, a nice watch. So the three-hand is going to be about 38 millimeters wide with that sort of kind of big crown there. Some of the detailing is nice. I like their little logo there, which is like, it's actually basically like a little plane flying, or it could be a bug. But no, it's a little plane flying there, and that's kind of nice. This is obviously, you know, very legible, inspired by aviation instruments. I like the hands are the right size. You know, detailing is nice. I mean, it does have basic hands. There's loom on the hands, a lot of it, but no more on the dial. It's a flat dial, and I like that they chose to use a black colored date disc there. Inside the watch is I'm not sure exactly which movement. The tech specs on their site are not amazing. I know it's a Swiss movement. I know it's COS chronometer certified. I'm guessing it's some type of ETA, or actually, you know what? I think it's a Soprod. Yeah, I think they use Soprod movements. That's what I'm saying. I think this is the Soprod A10 in here. That's what I believe, or I could be. Yeah, it's a Soprod A10. And then so the chronograph also has a Soprod A10, but has a module to make it a chronograph. What's funny here is that this one has a black dial, yet they chose not to use a black disc. The way you can tell it's a module, if you look at the side of the watch, you see that the chronograph pushers in the crown are a little bit lower than you might expect. They're not in the middle. That's because there's the base movement, and then there's sort of a module applied to it, which is why there's that sort of extra height there, which is, you know, something to know. This has an internal rotating bezel, and so you use this crown here to move that around, and that works nicely. But I gotta say, if you're interested in something like this, like Bremont has their Roto Click one, which as you turn it has like a little click, 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 and this one just sort of spins around freely. It's a nice action to it. I mean, it doesn't just like go around too loosely, but I think that you know, I think that the Bremont's offerings are actually going to be a little bit cheaper. Going to have a little bit more style and maybe you know, some more detailing and functionality that you might like. But again, if you want a purist kind of look there, then yeah, this is a very purist aviator watch look. And then you can see right there, there's the sort of colors there that allude to the Italian flag. Clever. Let's put these on the wrist. The chronograph is a little bit larger than the three-hand, but it is by no means a huge watch because I believe it's about 40 millimeters wide. The site really needs to sort of get their act together when it comes to the marketing, because they don't really have like tech specs, and it's not really clear. They're really into the aviation thing. You go to the Orologi Calamai website, you know it's all about planes, and you understand there's inspiration there. And there's a video that shows the founder and talking about, you know, his love of airplanes and some of his experiences. It's very nice. I think they do a good job doing that. They got the story element down, but when it comes to talking about the tech specs and things like that, and explaining some of the value and things like that, I think they could do a little bit better. But again, I mean, it's not bad looking. There's a very conservative feel to it, but there's just so much out there in this price range that is available that is an aviation watch. It's difficult to say, hey, you should choose these. I thought that I would actually like the chronograph more, but it turns out I like the dial design of the three-hand, just because it's like just a little bit more distinctive. It's not wildly distinctive, but it's just a little bit more distinctive. But for me, the 38mm wide case kind of kills it, because I just personally don't prefer to wear 38mm wide cases. I find it to be a little bit on the petite side. So you can see here. But if you're the type of guy that likes to wear 38mm wide case, you know, more power to you. And it does have a nice look there. I like how they combined the green strap. It's like a green alligator strap with a little bit of green on the chapter ring there. So it is, you know, there are definitely some nice touches there. And I think that as a first attempt, you know, Manfredi Calamai did a pretty good job with these two G-50 watches. And there's metal from a plane's turbine in there. The prices for these this is where it's kind of going to be a little bit tough for them. The three-hand, the G-50, is priced at $2,990, whereas the chronograph that has the chronograph module and the slightly larger size and internal rotating bezel is priced at $7,728. A lot of things you can get for that money, and so I think that they're going to have to talk a little bit more about what's going on with the brand and sort of think about the best sort of way of asserting value. And again, you know, I think that probably for the people at the brand, that's, you know, that's what they want to do, and that's sort of a fair margin, because this stuff is expensive to do, for sure it is. But I think you definitely, you know, there's a lot of things on the market. Again, you can see the full review of these Orologi Calamai G-50 watches on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.